Well, you're never going to guess what? We're going to do some sewing today. Now, I'm not a brilliant sewer, but I can do a little bit. I've got these old jeans, and I've got a couple of pairs actually. I want to turn them into a tote bag. First of all, I need to get some strips of material, and that is really easy to do from these. I'm going to cut them across there, cut them across another seam here, and then that will open up my material. I need to cut strips that I can sew together but also have a bit of a seam allowance in them as well. I want these strips to be 10 centimeters wide and as long as I've got on the leg length. All this is to make the piece of material after I've sewn these together. I've also left myself a 1 centimeter each side seam allowance. All I'm doing is laying them on my material like this, and then using my rotary cutting blade, holding that down and cutting them out. Well, I've got all my bits cut out now, and I'm not a very neat cutter, but I don't really think it matters. And these are all my pieces. And now what I need to do is sew these together. And I need to sew them together so both the faces are put on the inside, like that. Okay, of these. So as you can see, that's the outside of the material. Look, you see, they're not exactly neat, but I'm not worried about this. This is make a tote bag out of scrap. And now it's time to sew them together. I'm not doing them by hand. Got everything set up now, and all I need to do is sew this together. And I'm not too worried about the colour. I'm probably going to use white all the way through. They're sewn together. So I'll lay my material on there. Again, face to face, edge to edge. And then I can pin that on and then carry on like that. So far, really easy. I mean, I'm not going to make no wedding dresses, believe me. or we have a programme in the UK called the Great British Sewing Bee. I ain't going to be on that either. Well, I've got my piece of material now all sewn together. I want it to lay a little bit more flatter than that. I'm using my Cricut Easy Press or whatever it's called, the mini press. I'm just going through, and if you haven't got one of these, then just use your normal iron. I'm just going through and I'm ironing those seams all nice and flat. You can see how much nicer that has made that piece of material. It's a lot flatter than this bit, which is kind of rolled up here. Well, now we've got that all ironed up, what I want to do is start on the lining for this bag. I'm going to use this. Have no idea what colour it is. So all I need to do is lay this on here and cut out a piece the same size. I've got my piece of lining now, whatever colour that is. And I've also got my piece of jean material. Now, while I cut this out, I also squared up all my ends and made them look nice and tidy as well. And all I have to do is fold this in half now, match my corners up. And now I'm going to give this end a quick press, just so it makes life a little bit easier for me, because jean material is quite thick material. And that'll just help me a little bit, because I want to put a box end onto this. And the same goes for this piece of lining material as well. I'm going to fold that in half, seam a bit of a press as well. You don't need to do, if you don't want to do this bit, then you can skip this bit. You don't have to have a box corners to it. With a pen and a ruler, I'm going to come in here by 2 centimeters there, and I'm going to go up 1 centimeter. And the same on the lining as well. And then what I'm going to do is neatly cut that out there like that, cutting away where I've marked it. And I'm doing it at the end where it's folded over, because that's the bottom of your bag, don't forget. So don't do it at the top. And the same the other side. There we are. And then all I'm going to do is lay this on top of this. Line it all up. And then cut those notches out of there as well. like I said, you don't have to do this bit as well. But this is how my mum showed me how to do it. Now what we've got to do is sew the seams together of the outside of the bag and the lining. I'm going to pin them together because it just makes life a little bit easier. And if you're not doing the box bottoms, then you'll have gone straight onto this stage anyway. I'm going to use a centimetre seam allowance for this all the way down. So do the same down the other seam and also the same seams on the lining. Well, I had to ring me mum because I couldn't remember the next bit, but it's because it's a long while since I've seen her do this and it's a long while since I've done it. So what she said was, no, you don't turn it back in the right way. What you do is you have to open that up like that and then nicely as possible iron down these bits here that are on the end of the bag while it's still inside out. So that's what we're going to do. If I had one of them sleeve things, it would be so much easier, but I don't. So this is what we got. Good old mum. Thank goodness she was there, because if not I wouldn't have been able to finish this. I need to do this on both the front of the bag and the lining. There we go. And then what you do is you pull this together like that, so you've got it looking like that. Okay, line them up so it's like a funny looking triangle with its bit cut off. And this seam should be in the middle. And it is. And then all you do is you sew across there using the same seam allowance that you used just now. And then trim that up and neaten that up a little bit. As long as you don't cut into stitches, you're going to be fine. And do the same thing the other side and the same thing with all your lining as well. Now before you can do anything else, what you need to do is make your handles. And I'm going to make my handles out of this material because I like it. And I've got this amount of it left over. And so I thought, well, why not? And they're easy to make. All I do is find my middle of the material like that. Give that a bit of a running over. Then I go over it into the middle like that, iron that down. I remember how to do handles. The same for this side. Like that. And then fold that back together on top of itself all the way along. There we are. And then what I need to do is sew down there, but I'll also sew down the other side as well so it looks even rather than just do it down one side. You can do it down just one side if you want, but I like to, I don't know, just looks a little bit more fancy smancy. And this is what I mean, so now I'm going to sew down there as well. See what I mean? It just finishes it off nicely, I think. So now we've got our straps done, what we can do is we can fold this the right way out. There we are. And can you see what I mean by those little box corners? How nice and neat they are. So now what I need to do is put that down like that. Make sure that I've got my straps where I want them. And I'm going to have them approximately that amount of distance in. And you can measure all this. Honestly, you can get a pattern, I'm sure, and do this, but you know me, I don't measure much. So that's 12.5 from there, and I'm going to do a little line there, so I know where that goes. I'm going to split my fabric like that, so I'm not putting it down both bits, because that would be a nightmare if I was now going to sew this on and then sewed the whole bag shut, and then put a pin in it. And then I'm going to measure again 12.5 from this side, and then without getting all this twisted up, which I have done before, I'm going to sew that one in there. And this is raw edge to raw edge with your bag the right way round, like that. Okay, so nice and easy there. It's going to give us a nice size handle. And then I'm going to flip my bag over, make sure I'm there, and I'm going to line these up again exactly the same way for this side. 12.5 there, raw edge to raw edge, put a little pin in it, and then do 12.5 from there as well. And this is where my little sewing machine is probably going to struggle, because it's going to go through quite a lot of material now. Again, making sure that's not twisted, which it's not, because you don't want a twisted handle. There we are, and I'm going to look, and they do line up both sides. So what I'm going to do now is sew across there using about the same amount of seam allowance as I did before. And then what I'm going to do now is follow that same thing on all 4 ends of this. We're going to attach the lining to this. Now, it is actually a lot easier than I'm probably going to make it look, but it's called bagging out. And what you want is you want your outside of your bag to be the right way up, and then your lining you want to be inside out. So these bits here are on the outside. Because what you do is you put your bag inside your lining like this. And this is why it's called bagging out. And they do this for quite a lot of different things. And now it's easy to put that in. And then what you need to do is line up your seams each side. Now I always line up my seams first. So that seam needs to be lined up with that seam at the top. Now I'm going to put a pin in this to start with, before I do the other side, because then I can get the other side done. And then you can go round and attach this edge to this edge like that, and pin that in place as well. So I'm going around, I'm putting quite a few pins in it. I'm being quite careful about lining the edge up as well at the moment. So again, we've got the right side there and the outside there. The handles are in there, everything's in there, and now what we need to do is sew all the way around, but leaving a gap. We must leave a gap, because that's how we're going to turn it all inside out. And I'm going to leave a gap of about that much on here, and to know where I need to leave a gap so I don't get carried away, because if not, I do get carried away, I will put another pin here underneath like that, so I know I need to leave that gap there. Is that big enough for me to get my hand? Yeah, that is. And I'll put another one there underneath like that. So I now know that when I get to there or there, I need to leave that gap there. One of the things I forgot to mention is the bit that you're going to bag out, make sure your handles aren't in that bit. So my handles are here, as you can see, and here on this side. So I know that I'm going to bag out and my handles are going to be caught within that. And now I'm going to sew all the way around this, starting at this pin here and then ending at that pin there. And I know I have to end there because I've got my little pins going that way to tell me. So now I've got my pin there with my bit going underneath, and I know I've got to stop there. Now that's done all the way around, before I do anything else, what I'm going to do is press this seam here, so this one here between the bag and the lining. You don't have to do this bit if you don't want to, but again, I just find it makes it a little bit easier to do the next stage. And this is why it's called bagging out, because we've got this bit now here, and what we need to do is carefully turn your bag inside out or through the right way through that little hole or that gap that you've left. Now do it carefully, because you don't want to rip it, because especially if you're using jean material, it can be quite fiddly to do until it's all in the right way round. And I found in the past when I've made these that if I get too carried away, I have ripped the material, especially with using jean, because it is quite a heavy material. And now put your bag inside the right way round. So now what you need to do is you need to get all this seam, or this top seam, right to the very top. And that can be a little bit fiddly, but it doesn't take too long. And then what I do, because I've got two very different types of material, I will iron this down as I go round to keep that in place as best as possible. If you've got two fabrics of very similar makeup, then to be honest, you don't have this issue. And this is where my seam is that I made. So what you need to do is you need to fold that in like that, so it looks like it's been sewn. So fold it over, and then give that a really good press together, because we're going to sew that up in a second. And then I will pop a couple of pins in that as well to keep that together like that. There we go, that should be fine. And now we've got the last couple of bits to do to this, and that is we're going to sew all the way around this edge. I'm going to probably do it about, let's have a look, I'll try and give you a proper measurement here. About 3 centimetres, that'd be all the way down there. 3 millimetres in from this edge. I'm going to also reinforce these handles, but make sure you don't catch anything else either. So don't sew your bag together again or anything like that. And this is where you're sewing that little gap shut as well. And now that's finished. The tote bag's finished, unless you want to do some other bits to it. And I am probably going to do something else to it as well. I'm probably going to put a heat transfer sticker on it that says reuse, recycle, because that's what we've done. And to be honest, it's a nice size bag. Because we've boxed the ends, then it's going to sit nice when you put things in it. I love the different coloured straps. I'm not too sure about that lining, but that's the material I had, and I'm going to go by the motto, recycle, reuse. I've put the snap on the bag now, and I think it really looks good. I haven't put the transfer on it yet, because I haven't decided what I'm going to put on it. And also, I might do that in a different video and show you how to do that, because if not, this is going to be quite a long video. So there's the snap, and they're really easy to put on, and that should just snap together like that, and that will hold that bag together. There we go, and then we can walk around with our lovely bag. Took about an hour to make, and it's all nice and neat, and I think you could take that shopping with you. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. Let me know in the comments what you think of my bag, and if you're going to have a go at making it. It really is quite simple. I'm not sure I'd probably make it look more difficult than it is, but it actually isn't difficult. You don't need to put the snap on it if you don't want to. You can use any material that you want as well, any leftover material, even some cans and things like that, and you can make them any size that you want. If you've enjoyed this video, please boot that like button. It really does help my videos to get out there, and it really does make me smile. Also lets me know that you like the sort of stuff that I make. If you'd like to buy me a coffee or get hold of anything that I've used today, then everything and more is in the description below. Take care, enjoy your crafting, bye.